speaking to camera. It can be a challenge, can't it? And yet such an important one to overcome, with the importance of virtual communications, video or indeed pure audio. Just the other day, I was attending as a participant, not as a speaker, but as a listener, an event online broadcast with a variety of different presenters. And yeah, there was some good content in there, but you could really sense that the energy was flat, bit stilted, bit wooden. You could sense that it oozed discomfort, and not explicit nerves, but just the awkwardness, because it is a bit awkward, isn't it? If you've had the experience, as I suspect you have, of needing to speak to camera, then you may have had the advice already: look at the camera, not the screen. Right now, look at the screen, a nice view of me, but actually you're there, aren't you? But it can be quite challenging to get that sense of connection when you're at distance. Here's my suggestion: speak through the camera, not at it. Look at the camera, but speak through it. And in your mind, imagine or remember that you've got a human being on the other end. Even right now, I can't see you. I can't even know much about exactly who you are, but I can picture you right there. Right. And as a result, my whole energy changes. And it does take a little bit of mental jiggery pokery to get used to this. It is a bit odd at first, but with practice, it will come. Like any skill, with practice, you'll get better. To remember, it's still a human encounter. And as a result, all sorts of things, if you're in your mind, you are thinking of yourself speaking through the camera to the person on the other side, all sorts of good things will happen automatically. There is no real technique to what I'm doing here in terms of how I'm moving, how I'm using my voice. The only real technique at play is that I'm picturing in my mind you on the other side, listening and wanting to reach you. And I'd hope at least that as a result, this comes across a little bit differently than if I'd said, right, I'm now going to speak to camera. Here's a really important thing to consider. It's just not quite the same. Do you see what I mean? So speak through the camera. Think of it as a 3D experience, not a 2D experience. And I think you'll find you'll get a much better connection as a result. It'll help to get rid of some of that that awkwardness or woodenness if you've experienced that in the past. If this has triggered any thoughts or any questions, follow-up questions, we'd love for you to flag those. Just drop them in the comments box below. It'd be great to see what you think. Maybe it triggers other questions you've got for possible future videos, which I might do. I'll have a look at it, and if I can help, then I'll record something. But in the meantime, check out my website, simonbucknell.com. That's my digital home online, or just connect with me here on LinkedIn. It'll be lovely to connect. Speak soon.